Sports.
The 2025 portion of the schedule ends for most area teams today. A championship is at stake right as we get ready to greet a new year. Welcome to our high school boys basketball broadcast right here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online at WKLO969.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, WKLO 96.9, and on your Alexa. We welcome you to our Davis Crushstone pregame show. We hope you're having a good Tuesday. Alongside our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. Come on in for this gathering of family, friends, and fans. The Class A number 9 Loogootee Lions at 8-2 on the season are here off their eastbound drive to face the North Harrison Cougars at 3-5 here in the Cement City Classic Championship at the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell. Loogootee comes in having won 5 straight entering the championship game. They have wins over Eastern Green, Washington, Springs Valley, West Washington yesterday to start the Cement City Classic, and Rock Creek Academy. The Lions have lost to Forest Park on the road, and they lost to North Davies at home back at the beginning of the season. Loogootee comes into this contest with 2 double-figure scorers on the season, and A.J. Foster, a 6'2 senior at guard, very athletic, and even though he's 6'2", he does present a little bit longer than that out on the floor. He is also a very good driver to the basket and is averaging 5.8 rebounds a game for the Lions so far. Will Lyon, Lyon, a 6'1 junior, is averaging just under 13 points per game on the season, while Christian Garcia, a 6'1 senior, will be playing in the front court, averaging 8 points a game for Loogootee. Loogootee will be very fundamentally sound. They will play a very deliberate style, but if given the chance, they will get up and down the floor and run, so the Cougars will have to be aware of that throughout the course of the game tonight. The Cougars, meanwhile, won both of their games yesterday in Pool A, handling Eastern Pekin 73-46 in Game 1, before defeating Mitchell in the second game 62-59, in a game where North Harrison trailed by 14 in the third quarter, but the Cougars were able to rally and sustain the victory, ending a 5-game skid with those 2 victories yesterday. The Cougars are looking to come into this game with the momentum that they have, and they will try to win a championship in the regular season tournament for the first time since 2003. Had the chance to talk to both teams' head coaches before tonight's matchup. I talked with Loogootee head coach Josh Thompson and North Harrison head coach Ross Schultz. You'll hear from both coaches on the other side of the break. Hear from the Hive and Mitchell. This is the Davis Crushstone pregame show. Davis Crushstone located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your Crushstone, lime, and aggregate needs, call Davis Crushstone at 812-347-2707. You're listening to coverage of North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship on 96.9 WKLO.
Morgan's Auto Salvage has been serving the community for many years and have been in the car business since 1984. Morgan's Auto Salvage has late model car, truck, and now carrying semi-truck parts. Can't find a part? With Nationwide Locator, you can find any part you need for your car, truck, or semi. Located on North State Road 37 in Paoli, Indiana. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check out their Facebook page at Morgan's Auto Salvage. For questions, call 812-723-2121. Let Morgan's Auto Salvage experience go to work for you.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
We continue along with our Davis Crushstone pregame show here from the Cement City Championship game here on 96.9 WKLO. Loogootee facing North Harrison in the title game here at the Hive. And joining us now is Josh Thompson, head coach of the Lions, as his team gets ready for this matchup. And Coach, obviously you've been at Bar Reed for the past few years, went to Loogootee in the offseason. So how's the transition been for you all so far?
The transition's been really good for us. My wife's family's originally from Loogootee, and I started out as an assistant at Loogootee for Coach Brett, who's in the Hall of Fame. And it's not necessarily a homecoming, but we're going back for my wife, it is. And now I'm coaching my nephews and my wife's cousin's kids instead of coaching against them. So that part has made Christmas a lot easier.
I'm sure it has, for sure. And, of course, you guys have been playing a lot so far, 10 games into your season. So how's that been looking for you all to this point?
Well, record-wise, it's pretty good. We've just been a little bit up and down. And I think we're a lot like North Harrison and some of these other schools in this tournament, where we're just trying to build some consistency and create some momentum here for the second part of the year. But this is good for us because, you want to get in the holiday tournament and have a chance to win it, but you want to get in a game like this where it's got a little bit of stakes to it. You're playing for something.
Right. Well, of course, you're familiar with Loogootee over the years, coaching against them. A lot of guys coming back from last year's team. So who do you look to for leadership on this team?
Well, our two leaders, without a doubt, have been A.J. Foster, our leading scorer. A.J.'s averaging about 18.5 points a game. And then his running mate there, Christian Garcia. Christian's just kind of a utility knife guy. He does a lot of little things for us, averages about 8.5 points a game, gets some big rebounds for us. Yesterday, he played great defensively. So those two guys are my big leaders. And then, the other guys that are in our starting lineup, our point guard, Cooper Van Hoy, who we talked about, has been dinged up a little bit, but played really well yesterday against West Washington. We're still not sure, how much he's going to be able to go tonight, but it is what it is. And like I told my assistants, we want to make sure the main thing with Cooper is that he's healthy for March instead of, going and playing 32 minutes tonight. Now, if he can, and we'll do that. But then Will Lyons played really well for us, and he's led us in scoring at different times. Seth Solomon is not a big post player for us, but pretty good post player. He had 16 and 11 against West Washington. If Seth can have 16 and 11 tonight, I'll take that. But, yeah, those guys have been our core guys, and we're trying to develop a little bit of depth on the bench as well.
No doubt. Well, of course, you guys did have to play 2 games yesterday. That's always a challenge doing that in one day. But how did you think the team responded to that?
Well, everybody had to yesterday, right. Which, is a good thing. And, that's another thing about a holiday tournament is it prepares you for the postseason. So if anybody would be fortunate enough to advance to semi-state level now, you've done that. You played 2 games and you bounce back. So it's kind of a little bit like a postseason tournament here in December. I didn't feel like we played very well in the night game. I thought we got real sloppy with the basketball. We just weren't real sharp. And like I told these guys, I think we have a chance to be pretty good, but we've got to develop consistency. And consistency means that you play well. You may not always win every possession. You may have some empty possessions, but you can't play well for stretches of 4 and 5 minutes. And we didn't play well. And hats off to Rock Creek. I thought that was their best game of the year. They played really well last night. But we just can't. We're not good enough to step on the floor and things just happen.
Right. Well, of course, you play North Harrison for the championship, but I know for Loogootee, an unfamiliar opponent. So as you look at the matchup with the Cougars, what stands out to you about this team?
Well, they're very physical, very athletic. They push and transition really well. And the thing that sticks out to me is, I think if you look at their record, everybody say, well, they're 3-5 or 3-6, whatever they are. Yeah. And I never looked at that stuff. I'm like, okay, let's look at who they played. Let's look at them on film. We were very impressed with them here yesterday. I thought they more than passed the test against a very physical Mitchell team on their home floor. They're a little different because they've got some big kids that can step out and shoot it, and that presents some problems for us. But I think the 3 keys to tonight's game, and I think Coach would tell you the same, is us handling North Harrison's pressure, be number one for us on the offensive side of the ball. And then defensively, can we keep them in front of us and not allow them to get penetration into the lane where it sets up those shooters and those dump downs. And then lastly is keeping them off the boards, which is a big concern for us, definitely with the size advantage of North Harrison.
Well, and as far as your team goes, obviously you mentioned Cooper with his injury. Everybody else available, ready to go tonight?
Yeah, pretty much. We've had some sickness at different times over the last couple of weeks, but if we were going to be sick and we were going to be dinged up, probably wasn't the worst time in the season to do that because we had a little bit of time off. Looking to get through tonight, hopefully get us a win, and then we're back in practice tomorrow and take New Year's Day off, and then we're right back with a conference game on Saturday. So, we're just, again, we're excited about being in this championship game, but it's important to put the rubber to the road here and make sure we put our best foot forward.
No question. Coach Thompson, as always, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Lions have a good game in the championship tonight.
Hey, thanks for all you guys do for Indiana basketball. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you. That's head coach Josh Thompson of Loogootee joining us here in our Davis Presto pregame show. Stay with us. We've got the interview with Coach Schultz next. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corden has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812-738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corydon. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
It's our Davis Crushstone pregame show continuing here on 96.9 WKLO. The North Harrison Cougars getting set to take part in the Cement City Classic Championship here at the Hive in Mitchell tonight. And with us now is North Harrison head coach Ross Schultz. The Cougars coming off of 2 good wins yesterday to get the tournament started in pool play as the placement games take place today. We'll get to the matchup here in just a moment. But Ross, yesterday, of course, it was a day where you only this time of year you get to play 2 games in one day unless you make it down to the semi-state at some point later on down the road. But a good experience for you guys yesterday. So overall, what did you think about the way the day went for you all?
I think we handled it well. We came out hot, shot really hot against Eastern, and just played our style, ran on them, and they were a little tired. That was their second game. Maybe didn't have quite the depth that we had. Then we were able to turn it into another tough game the second game. More of a grind for sure, but we just battled through some foul trouble and a big deficit too, 12 or 13 points second half, and just found a way to get the win. It was good. Great day for us.
Well, I saw early on there Eastern nudged ahead of you guys with a 3, but then you guys went on, I think it was a 13-0 run, got up 15-3, and it seemed like that gave you guys the jolt you needed to get things going from that point on.
Yeah, I think so. They had a 2-3 zone, and we've been pretty good against the zone lately. We just hit the middle, got our open looks, and they fell down. For once, I'll say we were hitting really, really good. So that just, opened the floodgates a little bit on them.
I was going to say, too, obviously, when you play against the zone, spacing is just as important as it is against man-to-man. And if you got the ball moving like that, getting it to the middle and out, you can get some really good shots there.
Yeah, that's what we did. We shared the ball well, hit the middle and the short corner, and, of course, we worked on it quite a bit. Got the good looks. But once you start hitting those, then it just opens up even more in the middle. So it worked out well.
It looked like you guys were also able to establish pretty well on the defensive end of the floor. You forced a lot of turnovers in that win. So what did you see from the defensive end against the Musketeers?
Yeah, we got our press working pretty well. That helped out. But in the half court, we were just active with our man-to-man. We'd throw a little zone at them as well. And as long as we do what we do, we can be a pretty good defensive team.
Well, and the good thing was, too, you had a bunch of different guys that got involved in that game on both ends of the floor. It had to be good to see that, even though it kind of got away from Eastern. You guys got up, I think, 37 at one point. So it was good to see a lot of different guys getting involved there.
Yeah, it was good to get everyone in. We had 9 main rotation, and they ended up playing big fourth quarter minutes, some of the guys that haven't. So it was good to see them compete, and they did a great job in there.
Well, then Mitchell, that was going to be the tougher of the 2 games. Mitchell, their system, of course, they play hard. They're not the biggest team, but they're a very scrappy bunch, though.
They are. They're physical, and they do what they do well. They like to drive and kick for those threes, and they're just a handful on the boards on both ends. So to be able to win that rebounding battle was huge for us.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
And we'll see if we can perhaps finish that interview with Ross Schultz maybe at halftime. We're getting to the starting lineup now here at the Hive in Mitchell. Let's meet the lineup for the Class A number 9 Loogootee Lions. 8-2 coming in, averaging 51.3 points, giving up 43 per game. They'll start Cooper Van Hoy in the backcourt, 6 foot and a sophomore, 5 points, 3.6 assists per game. Joining him will be Will Lyon at 6'1" and a junior, 12.8 points per contest. The forward will be Christian Garcia, 6'1" and a senior, 8.3 points a game. And then Seth Salmon will be the center at 6'1" and a junior, averaging 4 points and 7 boards per game. As for the fifth starter, it'll be A.J. Foster, 6'2" and a senior, 18 points, 5.8 rebounds per contest for Loogootee. For North Harrison, they will start tonight with Caden Hain in the backcourt. He is 5'11" and a senior, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Talon Lewis, the junior, at 6'1", averaging 10 points per game. Bryce Vessel at forward, 4.8 points, 2.7 rebounds per game. Fessel is 5'11" and a senior. Dawson Sen at 6'1" and a senior will be starting at the other forward, 8.5 points per game. And Corey Burson, 6'4" and a junior, will start at the third forward, averaging 9.5 points and 5 rebounds per game. Loogootee in the road black uniforms, old gold letters and numbers. Loogootee in block letters across the front of the uniform above the number as they win the tip. Cooper Van Hoy gets it tapped back to him in the backcourt. Loogootee going left to right. The Lions have the parallel old gold lines down both sides of the uniforms, coming to a point there at the bottom with the black letter L in the middle. Gold trim around the collar as well for the Lions. They work it around the perimeter. Garcia has it up top. He'll take it to the left wing, hands it off to Van Hoy. The Lion between the circles. Foster gets it now, right corner just above that. In front of the North Harrison bench. Driving baseline. Foster steps out of bounds. Good job by the Cougars to force him in there for the initial turnover in this contest. 7:33 to go first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. North Harrison in the home white uniforms tonight. Blue letters and numbers. North above the number in block letters. Harrison below the number. Gray trim around the collar and the shoulders. Blue field on the shoulders with the blue stripe going down the side. Trimmed in gray on both sides. Block NH on the bottom of the shorts in blue on the left side of the shorts. Cougars in blue letters above the number on the back. They work it around right side perimeter. Corey Burson has it up top to Caden Hain. Around to Bryce Fessel, right wing. Fessel fakes, drives, nice little up and under move, goes right into the defender in Salmon, but the shot goes off the right side of the rim, and Loogootee grabs the rebound. Back the other way come the Lions. It's Foster with it to Lyon at the top of the key. Will Lyon over to Garcia, left wing. Garcia driving on Sen, drives, throws it up off the top of the window. It misses, but he draws the contact on Dawson early. And the foul on Sen will be his first, and that'll be the first on the Cougars here tonight. 6:54 to go, first quarter of play on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, and we are still scoreless for the time being. Garcia, 65% free throw shooter on the season. Through the first 8 games, was 15 out of 23. The first one skims off the back of the rim. Garcia will have one more shot coming here in a moment. Still give Loogootee the early advantage here after the Lions beat West Washington 55-52 yesterday in the first game of the day. And then in game 2, Loogootee beat Rock Creek Academy 50-39. Garcia sinks the second one. He's got his first point. Lions strike first. 1-0, 6:50 and counting first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Here comes North Harrison. Fessel has it on the right, left of the top of the key. Right side, it goes to Hain. Hain to Fessel, back to Hain, then down low to Corey Burson. 2 dribbles down low, back out front to Fessel. Sen has it now on the left wing. Dawson hands it off to Lewis from the left corner, dribbles to the free throw line, out to Burson on the right wing. Corey hands it back to Talon Lewis now, and then around to Hain at the half-court circle. Down to the baseline, Fessel drives it, kicks it to Lewis. 3, right corner, sunk that one. And the Cougars get their first points of the evening here at the Cement City Classic Championship. 3-1 now, 6:12 and counting first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard.
Nice drive and kick back out. He's wide open.
Good offense there. Van Hoy up the floor to Lyon. He got it stripped away. Fessel tried to take it, but unfortunately it went off Bryce out of bounds right into the first L of Mitchell on the right baseline. Loogootee will inbound from the E on that side of the baseline. It'll be Foster to do the honors. He'll throw it into Van Hoy right corner, up to Garcia on the wing, straight away to Lyon, into Foster, 15 feet away, left side. Dribbles down toward the paint, one-on-one with Fessel. Tough matchup there with Bryce's strength in there, one-on-one. Out to Lyon, left perimeter, down to Foster in the corner. Foster looking, fakes, drives, pulls up, 12-footer, misses off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped around a couple of times, and Hain trying to fight Garcia for the possession. Jump ball called, and the possession arrow will point toward the Cougars as they will get it on the turn. That rebound bounced about 3 different times before somebody got a hold of it.
Yeah, there were 3 different guys touched it right there before they finally got a hold of it.
That's going to be the tough thing for Foster. I don't know that he's seen anybody as strong as Bryce out there, and it's not because Bryce is just that much better, but Bryce is a physically strong kid, even though he's only 5'11".
He's extremely strong. Football proved that.
Here is Sen with it on the left wing, top of the key to Hain. Caden will hold. He'll look for Corey Burson. Now goes down low to Sen, left side. Sen doesn't have anything, kicks it to Fessel, opposite wing 3. Missed it short front of the rim. Burson had the rebound, tipped back out to Lewis, however. Talon gets it back out to Bryce on the right side volleyball line. Left side now to Hain. Loogootee staying in that man-to-man defense as we approach 5 minutes to go first quarter. Still 3-1 Cougars on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Hain gets it down low, gets the shot up over Lyon, and lays it in. Nice job finding him inside as Caden was cutting toward the basket. 5-1 North Harrison now with 4:50 left here in the opening quarter. Here is Van Hoy to Foster, up the floor to Lyon, right sideline into the front court, right in front of the Cougar bench. Lyon dribbles down to the wing, out to Foster, 3, right at the top of the key, rims in and out, rebound. Garcia gets sent off of him, misses the putback, and then Burson comes down with the rebound for North Harrison. Burson up ahead to Sen. He spins into the lane, lays it up, somehow got it to go in, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. Coming up as Dawson was sandwiched between 2 Loogootee defenders. The foul will be whistled against Seth Salmon, 6'1" junior. That'll be his first and the first on Loogootee here this evening. 4:29 to go first quarter. Cougars up by 6 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Dawson at the free throw line, and he knocks down the free toss. 14 of 22, 64% entering this contest. 8-1. Cougars off to a good start here in this championship game so far.
Off to a good start, and they're very calm about everything right now.
Foster up the floor to Lyon. He was double-teamed going up into the right corner, and Fessel and Hain were on him, and then Bryce kind of bumped him there at the end. Bryce will pick up the foul. That'll be his first and the team's second here early for North Harrison. Cougars played well in their 2 games yesterday here at the Hive in Mitchell in the first 2 games of pool play in the Cement City Classic. Foster with it out front. Nice hedge there by Caden Hain as Foster takes it back left side. One-on-one with Burson. Foster drives in, pulls up, takes the 12-footer. Nice turnaround. We saw that shot from him in the sectional back in March. He's got a good turnaround in that arsenal from the mid-range.
Very smooth. Nice shot.
8-3 now, halfway through the first quarter. North Harrison up 5 now. Sen, nice cut by Hain inside, gets the layup, and he draws the foul as Garcia got him across the forearm there. Christian Garcia will pick up the foul for Loogootee. That is going to be his first, and that's 2 now on the Lions with 3:55 to go in the opening stanza. 8-3 the score in favor of North Harrison on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Caden Hain will go to the line for 2 shots. The first one is on the way. Caden misses that long off the back of the rim. 59% on the season, 10 of 17. He has been shooting better, though, over the last 3 weeks when it comes to free throws. See if Caden can split here. Second one on the way. That one's good. Caden's got 3 now. Cougars are 2 out of 3 at the free throw line early. 9-3 now. The inbound from Van Hoy to Foster against North Harrison's full court press. Foster lobs it back to Van Hoy in the middle. Right side to Foster. Brings it up across the timeline. Drops it off for Lyon in the right corner. Steps back for the 3, and he buries it. Will Lyon is on the board for the first time. Loogootee has cut the lead down to 9-6 at 3:36 to go here in the first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Hain drives it right side, pitches it out to the left corner to Fessel, and off wing to Lewis. To Sen, who drives baseline into Garcia, and he lays it in.
Good drive.
Dawson Sen with that layup for his 5th point. Nice job getting around Garcia in there. Dawson with that left side layup. Makes it a 5-point lead again. Foster gets it from Lyon, drives right elbow down to the block, can't get the shot to go. Salmon goes back up a second time, and he misses, but he will go to the line after drawing the foul on the Cougars on the inside. The foul will be on Bryce Fessel, I believe. No, it's on Talon Lewis, actually. And that foul on Talon is his first, team's 3rd on the Cougars here in the opening quarter. First free throw for Salmon is up. He knocks that one in. Salmon, through the first 8 games, has struggled at the line 7 out of 20 for 35%, but he looked pretty good on that first attempt. Gets his first point of the contest. Second free throw on the way, knocks that in. Makes it an 11-8 North Harrison lead as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Hain walks it across midcourt. Caden will hold at the block letter M at center court. It's yellow trimmed in blue. Loogootee now going to a 2-3 zone. North Harrison getting into their zone offense. Van Hoy and Lyon will be at the top of this zone for the Lions. Hain holding there. He's just kind of biding his time. Going to try to make Loogootee have to come out and guard. Passes it off to Sen at the Blue Jacket logo over there on the right side of the floor. Van Hoy kind of crawls out a little closer to him. Sen gets it back over to Caden Hain. Hain now will hold it, go back to Sen. Dawson, right wing with it, up top to Caden. Throws it back, ball deflected away. Van Hoy did a good job to get the deflection out of bounds into that sideline. It'll stay with North Harrison. Sen will be the inbounder. Dawson going cross court to Talon Lewis. Lewis at the volleyball line on the left, back to Caden Hain, right side half court circle, back to Lewis, 3 left wing. Cash that one in for Talon Lewis. He's got his second tray. It's now 14-8. North Harrison up by 6. Not their biggest advantage as of now, but it's Van Hoy from Foster in the front court. Van Hoy has it left side above the spike line to Foster right side. He'll take it to the half-court circle this time. He'll get a screen from Salmon. Dribbles over to the left wing, one-on-one with Person. Pitches it out to Garcia. The lefty fires the three, misses right side glass. Rebound falls to Bryce Fessel, right side of the lane. Up ahead to Lewis. Now Hain gets it back left wing. Caden dribbles into Van Hoy, turns, pitches it to Fessel, right corner from the left wing, back around left side to Hain for a three. Caden knocks that one down. He's got 6, and the lead has ballooned to 9 at 17-8 with a minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard.
It's great ball movement. They went all the way around the horn on it.
Lyon, right wing three on the other end. In and out. Van Hoy gave him the pass. Rebound to Burson underneath on the left side of the basket for the Cougars. They'll bring it up the floor. Left corner, Sen got trapped. Threw a pass wide of Caden, but Hain picks it up just before it gets to the half-court line on the left side. Coming down to the final minute of the first quarter, Burson, left corner, lines it up. Airballs the three. Fessel fighting for the rebound underneath. A scramble for it, and A.J. Foster comes away with it for the Loogootee Lions. Up the floor now to Van Hoy right wing to Foster between the circles. 52 seconds and counting first quarter. Van Hoy right side gets it over to Lyon now in the corner. Lyon down low to Foster, but Fessel stepped right in front and just took it away. Nice job there, Bryce. Very good at anticipating. Being a middle linebacker helps with that a little bit, I'm sure. Yeah. Caden Hain has it up the floor, lost his dribble into the front court, half-court circle. Now Sen has it on the left side. Dawson takes it to the top of the key. Foster guarding him. Back it goes to Talon Lewis. Lewis has it at the spike line. Goes right side to Hain on the wing extended with 23 seconds to go first quarter. Sen gets it on the cut. Drives. Throws up a wild shot. Misses side of the backboard. Got his own rebound out to Lewis left corner. Lewis cross court to Hain right wing. 12 seconds to go. Caden fakes, looks to drive, doesn't have anything, gets stuck at the right elbow, tries to throw it to Fessel. Ball deflected. Fessel picks it up. 5 seconds to go. Left side volleyball line. He'll drive downhill. He'll go up with a layup and got it to roll in off the back of the rim as the clock expires in the first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. North Harrison 19, Loogootee 8. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
For generations, Prosser has been at the heart of our community. We need you. The Prosser Alumni Association helps seniors who need transitional support, guiding them into jobs or career path and giving them the resources to succeed. Students can apply for scholarships in January at prosseralumni.org. Alumni, join us now. Be a member, donate, or sponsor and help mold the next generation of leaders. Visit prosseralumni.org. Prosser. Skills today, success tomorrow.
Are you looking for top quality Crestone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crestone in DePaul. At Davis Crestone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality Crestone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crestone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Second quarter about to get started here from the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell. Alongside our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. So Mid-City Classic Championship has been a success for North Harrison so far. They lead at 19-8 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard as you're listening here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online at WKLO969.com, on your Alexa, WKLO 96.9, on Facebook or on YouTube rather as well. Pass deflected. Van Hoy with it in the front court. Gave it to Lyon up top. Back to Van Hoy and then to Foster, who splashes a three from the right corner to start the second quarter. Foster's got 5 now.
Nice shot.
And Loogootee trims the lead back to 8. 19-11, 7:37 to go here second quarter. It's Hain with it in the forecourt for the Cougars. We'll pass it off to Garrett Tucker in there for the first time, just beyond the right elbow. Over to Sen on the right wing. Dawson drives to the lane, spins inside, gets the shot up and in.
Nice spin.
Oh, that's fun to watch when Dawson does that going downhill.
Yep.
He is very hard to stop once he gets the momentum and once he gets his feet established. Lions working around the perimeter. It's Garcia with it up top, drives it into the paint. Kicks it over to Foster left wing. He'll drive, throws up a floater, left it short. Rebound, battled for. Sen comes out of there with it for North Harrison. Dawson flying up the floor right side, lays it up, left it off the front of the rim after it hit the backboard. Rebound to Salmon. He'll throw it up the floor for Loogootee. Foster will run out. He'll lay it up, miss it left side, but He will go to the line, and he'll get 2 free throw attempts here. The foul will be on Talon Lewis of North Harrison. That's going to be the second on Talon here early on, and that will be team foul number 1 of the quarter here on the Cougars. Foster at the line will get 2 shots with 6:52 to go here in the second. First one on the way, left it off the front of the rim. He'll have 1 more shot. Foster in the first 8 games for Loogootee, well, their statistics, they're coming in 37 out of 50 for 74%. Burson checks out. And Rylan Shank is in for the first time for North Harrison. Rylan is 6'3" and a senior, averaging 2.4 points per contest. Foster splits the 2 free throws after making the second. He's got 6 now. 21-12 the tally in favor of North Harrison. 6:44 and counting here in the second quarter. It's Lewis getting it from Hain left side. Top of the key to Shank. Into the free throw line to Tucker. Tucker turns, forces up the shot, and somehow got it to roll in off the right side rim. Rolled off the front and in.
That was a slow roll all the way around.
23-12 with 6:25 and counting here in the second. Loogootee moving the ball around their front court. Garcia gets it left corner, drives inside, pitches it out to Lyon on the wing, up to Foster. 3 left at the top of the key, in and out. Rebound fought for, and Tucker comes away with it for North Harrison. Garrett runs it up the floor, goes to Shank, top of the key, inside to Hain, wide open, lays it up. Coach Thompson's seen enough. He wants to call timeout for the Lions. 6:06 to go here in the second quarter of play. 25-12, North Harrison in front. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball. 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Loose-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Loogootee coming out of their own timeout, down 25-12 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard here from the Hive in Mitchell. It's the championship game of the Cement City Classic. The inbound with 6:06 to go in the second quarter from Christian Garcia to A.J. Foster. The Lions sticking with their starting 5. Van Hoy, Lyon, Foster, Garcia, and Salmon. Lyon gets it right side to Van Hoy in the corner. Down low to Salmon, out to Garcia, left corner from the baseline. Garcia gets it down to Foster in the left corner now. They'll look to make a move on Hain. Hain does a good job cutting him off. Foster tries to get around him, does so, gets inside. However, the basket will be waved off. And there will be a foul coming up here on the Cougars, and it might be on Caden Hain. It will, in fact, be on Caden. That will be his first and the team's second here in the second quarter. 5:41 left here in the quarter. Bryce Fessel back onto the floor, replacing Talon Lewis for North Harrison. First time we've seen Bryce here in the quarter. Van Hoy inbounding between the I and T of Mitchell, left baseline. Into the corner it goes to Salmon, now to Lyon, who takes it left wing to the top of the key, drives in, got the layup, and drew the foul on Caden Hain as well. Will Lyon, with his 5th point of the game, made a good move there on Caden, just got the step and blew right by him. The foul on Caden Hain, that'll be his second, and that'll be the team's 3rd of the quarter. Back-to-back fouls on Hain with 5:34 to go here in the second. A little bit of a sparse crowd here at the Hive tonight. Free throw is short for Lyon. He missed it, but the rebound tipped around, and Garcia gets it, goes up, and sticks it in with the 8-foot shot off the back of the rim from the left side. First field goal for Christian Garcia, 25-16. The lead back to 9, 5:20 and counting here in the second quarter. Hain to Sen right side. Lyon defending well on the overplay. Sen drove it down inside the arc, backs it out now beyond the perimeter. Out to Fessel between the circles. Left side to Hain. Caden looking back right, goes to Tucker. He'll fire a 3 straight away. Garrett Tucker's on fire with that shot with his 5th point of the game. 28-16 now the score with 4:57 and counting here in the second quarter. Loogootee down a dozen. Lyon in the front court with it left side. They'll take it around to the free throw line. Out to Garcia straight away. Garcia drives into the paint, gets stuck, has nowhere to go with it. Out to Van Hoy. Left wing 3 up. He left it off the left side of the rim short. Bounced over the rim to Caden Hain on the right side. Gets it to Sen. Dawson takes it up right side to the arc. Out front to Caden. Caden goes over to Garrett Tucker right side this time. Garrett looking, gives it down to Sen. He'll fire a 3. He's like, yeah, let me get in on this. Missed it off the side of the rim, and Van Hoy gets the rebound on the right baseline. Up to Foster. He'll take it up to the right perimeter. Gets a screen from Salmon. Foster with Ryland Shank on him. Looking to go one-on-one. Crosses over, pulls up, 17-footer off the back of the rim right side, and Shank is there to garner the rebound for the Cougars. Coming down to the halfway point of the second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. North Harrison 28, Loogootee 16. It's Hain to Tucker, left wing up top to Shank, down to Fessel, who gets it at the free throw line, backs it out beyond the arc, and then goes to Tucker, who has it just below the half-court circle. Cougars doing a good job being patient when they have to be so far tonight. That's an improvement from the beginning of the season. Fessel, though, gets trapped, tries to throw it off Van Hoy, but he missed Cooper Van Hoy entirely, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover to Loogootee.
Van Hoy just gave a real quick jump, and the ball went right under him.
I'm actually surprised Coach Thompson has not subbed yet in this game. He's kept the same 5 out there. Meanwhile, the Cougars have been playing a solid 7 or 8 man rotation so far.
They've moved a lot of people in and out, and they're all playing about the same tempo right now, playing well.
Loogootee rotates it. Lyon has it half-court circle to Foster, right wing 3. That one went halfway down and lipped out on him. The rebound comes down to Talon Lewis right in front of the rim. Cougars caught a huge break there. Lewis with it at the volleyball line right side, down to the post to Sen, out to the wing to Lewis. He'll drive it baseline, tried to wrap around. However, he was fouled before he got the pass away to Bryce Fessel. And that foul on Loogootee will be on Will Lyon. That'll be his first, and that'll be the team's first here in the second quarter. Lyon, 6'1" and a junior at guard, averaging just under 13 points a game on the season. Tucker, the inbound, throws it back to Fessel above the volleyball line right. Left side, Lewis has it now. Allen dribbles toward the middle. Over to Tucker, right wing extended. Coming down to 3 minutes to go till halftime. Over to Sen, left side. Corner to Lewis. Lewis dribbles up toward the right elbow. Stops there. Out to Fessel. Looks at the 3. Decides not to. Goes to Tucker, left side. Down low to Ryland Shank. Into Salmon.
Oh.
Beautifully done by Ryland Shank to seal him off and lay it in. Left side for his first 2 of the evening. It's the kind of thing we would like to see from Ryland more consistently. When he does that, he's hard to deal with.
Yeah, he made a nice little step there and got him on his hip and just took it to the bucket.
Salmon almost got it taken away on the left wing, recovers, and now Foster has it on the right side. He'll drive it to the baseline, shovels it around left corner, 3 for Lyon, and he connects on that one. Josh Thompson going to call timeout. That's 8 for Will Lyon here in the first half. The lead is down to 30-19 for North Harrison. 2:25 to go second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At First Harrison, the Banking Butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. If you need to borrow money for a home loan, car loan, even loans for boats, RVs, you name it, First Harrison Bank will get you competitive rates with fast, local decisions. Apply online at firstharrison.com. The Banking Butler. It's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
2:25 to go here in the second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. The championship game of the Cement City Classic here in the city of Mitchell, here on the campus of Mitchell High School. Along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Glad to have you with us this evening right here on 96.9 WKLO, online at WKLO969.com, as well as on YouTube at WKLO 96.9. You can also listen on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, listen to 96.9 WKLO. Talon Lewis with it into the front court, out of the timeout for Loogootee, has it right corner, gives it down to Bryce Fessel, mid-range in the short corner. Bryce backs it out, kicks it to Tucker, left wing 3 on the way. Garrett left that one off the front of the rim. Foster had the rebound, but it goes off of Corey Burson out of bounds as he was right behind Foster trying to get that offensive board, so the Lions will get it back. Cougars have shot the ball well here in the second quarter, 5 out of 8 so far. They're 12 out of 18 for the contest in their field goal shooting to this point.
Playing a different tempo of basketball right now. They're very patient, and they're getting some really nice shots.
Loogootee works it around. Garcia has it between the circles, bounces right wing to Van Hoy, into the corner to Lyon, lines up a quick release 3, left it off the side of the rim, rebound tipped around 3 times, and Lyon comes down with it in the paint. Out front to Van Hoy to Garcia, takes it left baseline, cut off, out to Foster left wing. Foster drives down low, lays it up, gets the floater to go in. A.J. Foster has 8 now on the contest. The lead is trimmed down to single digits at 30-21 in favor of the Loogootee line, or favor of the North Harrison Cougars over Loogootee. Shank gets it on the left wing in the front court. Get past to Tucker, left or right corner inside to Burson. Too quick on that layup, missed it, and Van Hoy gets the rebound for the Lions. Pushes it to Foster up ahead, pulls up, 12-footer in the paint, can't get it to go, back of the rim. Rebound comes down to Ryland Shank of North Harrison. 1 minute left here until halftime. 30-21 Cougars in front of Loogootee as Lewis walks it up the floor. Bounces to Shank, left side, top of the key. Ryland looking, cross court to Tucker on the right corner, back out to Lewis, straightaway three on the way. That one's off the front of the rim. Foster able to fight for position down low to get the rebound against Corey Burson. Foster cruising up the floor, right side pass to Van Hoy, into the corner to Salmon, goes down low, ball gets knocked loose with Shank, and then after Lewis gets it from Corey Burson, timeout called by Ross Schultz on the North Harrison bench. 32.4 seconds to go second quarter. It's a 9-point lead for the Cougars. Listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
32.4 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. North Harrison calling a quick timeout to try to draw something up here as we get close to halftime. Dawson Sen, Talon Lewis, Bryce Fessel, Corey Burson, and Garrett Tucker are on the floor right now for North Harrison. Loogootee sticking to that starting five of Cooper Van Hoy, Will Lyon, A.J. Foster, Christian Garcia, and Seth Salmon. It's Lewis across midcourt right side. Lyon guarding him in the man-to-man. Screen for Fessel out front. Lewis takes it top of the arc over left side to Tucker. Dribbles up top of the key, then goes right side over to Burson. Back it goes to Lewis again at the half-court circle. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Lewis gets a high screen from Burson. Drives it right. Gets it to Sen in the corner. Dawson gets inside. Throws it up. Can't get it to go. Burson there for the tip. The putback, and Tucker couldn't get it to go. Missed it right side off the back of the rim, and that will conclude the first half of play here from the Hive in Mitchell. The championship game of the Cement City Classic favoring North Harrison so far as we go into halftime. Coming up on the halftime report, we'll have first half stats and analysis. If we have time, we'll also take a look at what else is going on around the area, and we'll give you an update on the Corridon Central Lady Panthers, who are playing up in Indianapolis in tournament play today. 30-21, North Harrison leading Loogootee on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard at the half. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship game on 96.9 WKLO.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corden has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812-738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corden. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
Halftime is upon us here at the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell. It is the annual Cement City Classic, and in this championship game, the North Harrison Cougars have controlled the majority of the contest, at least through the first 16 minutes. The Cougars had the lead as high as 13 in that first half of play. and lead by 9 going into halftime. 30-21 the score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard in a game that has featured just one lead change to this point. Loogootee getting on the board with an early Christian Garcia free throw. North Harrison came back with a Talon Lewis 3, and they have been in front of the pack ever since then here in Mitchell. Thank you for joining us tonight here on 96.9 WKLO, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. North Harrison with the lead, but Loogootee made their way back into the game a little bit, got a little bit of something going there late in the second quarter. So the Cougars are going to have to get back to the energy they had early, especially on the defensive end of the floor. Gave up a few too many open shots, especially from the perimeter there in that first half of play. But all in all, the Cougars have been playing pretty well to this point, and we'll see if they can continue that here into the second half, build on what they did well through the first 2 quarters of play here in Mitchell. Let's take a look at the shooting and scoring for both teams here in the first half. We'll start with Loogootee. 2 guys who have been doing the damage on the offensive end, Will Lyon and A.J. Foster. Both of those guys have 8 points so far in this contest. Lyon made a 3 in the first quarter before getting a 2 on a 3-point play opportunity that he was not able to complete there in the second quarter. But Lyon then buried another tray later in the quarter to get him to 8 points. A.J. Foster with a 2 in the first quarter, buried a 3 early in the second, 1 out of 2 on free throws, and then got another basket for 2 on a floater in the paint there in the second quarter. So Foster has 8, along with Will Lyon. Christian Garcia with the early free throw, then got another basket off an offensive rebound in the second quarter. Garcia has 3. Seth Salmon with a couple of free throws there in the first quarter, and he has 2 points, and that's all Loogootee has had. Cooper Van Hoy has not scored, and the Lions have yet to sub so far in this contest here tonight in Mitchell. Taking a look at the additional numbers for the Lions here in the first half as far as shooting is concerned, Loogootee was 7 out of 20 shooting for 35% in the first half. They were 2 of 8 in the first quarter, 5 out of 12 in the second quarter to make that total of 7 of 20 for 35%. 3-point shooting, Loogootee 1 out of 4 in the first quarter, 2 out of 6, though, in the second quarter. The Lions are 3 out of 10 from behind the arc for 30%. And then on the free throw front, Loogootee 3 out of 4 in that first quarter, but they dropped to 1 of 3 in the second quarter. Loogootee 4 out of 7 so far at the free throw line for 57%. For the North Harrison Cougars, 6 different players scored. Caden Hain shares Will Lyon and A.J. Foster's total as the game-high scorer so far in this first half. Caden had 6 points in the first quarter on 1 of 2 free throws with a 2 and a 3-pointer. Caden then made a basket for 2 in the second quarter, so Hain has 8 points so far in the first half. Again, Lyon and Foster have that same amount for Loogootee. Meantime, Dawson Sen with 7 points, had 5 in the first quarter on a 3-point play and a basket going down to the rim, and then Sen with a 2 early in the second quarter to get him to 7. Talon Lewis splashed a couple of 3s in the first quarter. He's got 6 points. Garrett Tucker with a 2 and a 3 coming off the bench in the second quarter. Tucker's got 5 so far. Bryce Fessel with a basket for 2 in the first quarter off of a drive as well. And Rylan Shank getting a basket off a nice post-up move down low. 2 points for Rylan in the first half. Corey Burson is the only other Cougar who has played so far, but he has yet to score so far in this contest. The Cougars were 7 of 10 shooting, blazing hot in the first quarter, cooled off to 5 of 13 in the second quarter. They missed their last 5 shots of the half. North Harrison 12 out of 23 shooting, 52% in the first 2 quarters. 3-point shooting, 3 out of 5 in the first quarter, dropped to 1 out of 4 in the second quarter. The Cougars are 4 out of 9 from behind the arc, 44%, and they are 2 out of 3 on free throws for 67%. It was 19-8 at the end of the first quarter in favor of North Harrison, and the Lions rallied to win the second quarter 13-11, and that makes our score of 30-21 at halftime on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Rebounding at just about even in the first half. It's 13-11, North Harrison on the glass. Loogootee has 5 offensive rebounds in that total of 11. Seth Salmon has 4 rebounds, 2 of which have come on the offensive glass. Christian Garcia, 2 rebounds, both of those on the offensive end. Will Lyon has 1 rebound, and that's also an offensive rebound as well. Cooper Van Hoy and A.J. Foster both had 2 defensive rebounds in that first half. 11 total for Loogootee, 5 on the offensive end. For North Harrison, 13 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive glass. Corey Burson, the leader so far with 3 rebounds, one of those on the offensive side. Dawson Sen, Garrett Tucker both had 2 rebounds. Talon Lewis also had 2 rebounds. But Lewis, Sen, and Tucker all had an offensive rebound to go with it. Ryland Shank with 2 rebounds there in the first half. And then you had Bryce Fessel with 1 and Caden Hain with 1 rebound as well. 13-11, North Harrison on the glass. The Cougars had 4 offensive rebounds. Not many turnovers in the first half. Loogootee only gave it up 3 times. Compare that to 1 for the Cougars. The Lions had 3 assists on 7 made shots, while North Harrison had 6 assists on 12 made shots in the first half. Van Hoy, Lyon, and Foster all with 1 assist for Loogootee in the first 2 quarters. Caden Hain had 2 assists to lead the way for North Harrison. Lewis, Fessel, Burson, and Shank all had 1 assist in the first half for North Harrison, as they lead it here at halftime by 9 at 30-21. The Corydon Central Lady Panthers played earlier today at Brebeuf Jesuit in the Brebeuf Jesuit Classic. And in that first game of the day for the Lady Panthers, they took on Harrison of West Lafayette. They went on to win that contest 57-45. So congratulations to Coach Conrad and his girls on the win. The JV team also won their game over Harrison of West Lafayette as well. So the Lady Panthers are playing in tonight's championship game, and they are facing the host Brebeuf Jesuit at 7:45. Brebeuf took down Indian Creek 51-37 in the first game of the day. Meantime, over at Austin beat West Washington 63-31. Paoli avenged a loss to Lanesville 41-32, while Jasper handled Jeffersonville 52-38. Bedford North Lawrence over Springs Valley for 9th place 57-52. And Shaw Memorial beat Paoli for 5th place, 52-36, while Lanesville won 7th place over South Dearborn, 44-17. Second half coming up here from the Hive. North Harrison up 30-21. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser in New Albany. It's never too late to level up your life. Whether you're changing careers or finishing your education, Prosser Adult Education offers affordable classes to help you earn workforce readiness, improve your skills, or train for a high-demand job. Visit ProsserCareers.com or call us at 812-542-8508 to get started. Prosser Adult Education. Your future, your move.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Real country, pure country. 96.9 WKLO, Hardinsburg, Corydon, Paoli.
North Harrison up 30-21 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard to start the second half. The Cougars will be going from left to right. Loogootee from right to left here in the second half. Cougars have it with Caden Hain, Alan Lewis, Bryce Fessel, Corey Burson, and Dawson Sen on the floor. Sen gets it right side from Caden to start the second half. Loogootee in the road black uniforms, old gold letters and numbers. Lewis open 3, spotting up and splashing another one from the left perimeter this time. 33-21. Loogootee with the old gold letters and numbers with the old gold trim on the jersey. Meantime, North Harrison in the home white uniforms, blue letters and numbers with a blue and gray trim. Lyon dribbles down to the right side of the basket. Gets stuck, turns it around, and gets it out to Foster. Sen walling up nicely. Foster driving into the paint. Good shot there from 8 feet, and he drops that in for his 10th point of the contest.
Foster's done more damage than any other player on the floor to North Harrison right now.
Outside of Lyon with his spot-up ability, those have been the 2 main guys so far. But we knew Foster was going to be right there at the top of the scouting report, though. We saw him in the sectional last year, and he's very talented. Hain, that's a rainbow. That one's short, though, off the left side of the rim from the corner. Rebound comes down to the Lions. Van Hoy pushes it up the floor now. Inside, a drive and a missed layup there for Loogootee. And that one goes off of – oh, man, you don't see Ross yell like that very much.
He got his attention.
He was making sure Corey Burson heard him loud and clear, though. It's never been quiet enough to hear Ross either, though. I mean, 6:45 and counting in the third quarter.
Not a high population in here today. And
that's a sparse crowd. North Harrison, though, brought a decent contingent from Ramsey. Here's Lyon, and he buries a three from the right wing. Will Lyon with his 11th point of the contest, 33-26, the lead down to 7. North Harrison with it in the half court as Hain brings it ahead. Gives it up to Bryce Fessel on the right wing. Fessel looking inside, nothing there. He'll go to Sen, top of the key. Sen over to Hain on the left wing now. Hain drives against Garcia, and there's a lot of contact. A foul is going to be whistled on Christian Garcia of Loogootee. Garcia will pick up his second of the contest. That'll be the team's first here in the third quarter with 6:14 to go. On the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, Loogootee has trimmed the lead down to 33-26. Inbound from Hain. He'll lob it into Burson between the circles. Corey has it with Garcia glued to him. Burson backs it over to the right side, kicks it over to the wing now to Fessel. Bryce back out to Talon, volleyball line now to the right wing extended to Caden Hain. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. There's Sen with the duck in down low, kicks it out to Burson, left to the top of the key. Three is on target for Corey Burson, his first points of the game. 36-26. Nice job by Corey to knock that down, but Dawson put it right between the numbers there.
Yeah, he put it right on the money, and it's a great pass.
Here's a handoff from Garcia to Lyon, left wing in the Loogootee front court. Van Hoy controls it now, takes it right side and gives it up to Foster. Back to the corner to Van Hoy. Looked at the shot, decided not to take it. He goes into the mid-post now to Salmon. Now back out to the wing again. It's Lyon with it. Lyon looking to line it up here. He'll go to Garcia. Now back to Foster on the left wing. Foster dribbles left elbow, pulls up, fade away, banked it in right off the window.
He's quite a shooter.
A.J. Foster makes it 36-28. It feels like he hovers for an extra second when he gets in the air, too.
He gets up in the air, and he's got great body control. He's got a good touch on the ball when he shoots. It's very smooth.
Hain controls it in the North Harrison front court. Gets it over from the right wing to the left corner to Sen. Dawson lost it out of bounds, got it stripped away. And it is going to be Loogootee basketball after that. 4:51 to go in the third. Lions down by 8. And now the Lions have a chance to cut this lead down to a 2-possession game. Foster gets it from Van Hoy, left side to Garcia. Garcia on the wing, goes out front now to Salmon. Over to Lyon, who dribbles to the right baseline, back out to Salmon, now up top to Garcia, has it to the left elbow, dribbles down, turns, looks down low, gets it to Salmon underneath the basket, kicks it back out front to Lyon. Good job defending there by Hain. They switch. Garcia gets taken out to half court. Van Hoy has it now. Van Hoy dribbling left side, dribbles down, kicks it to Foster. Left corner three is up, and he knocks it down. A.J. Foster is on fire all of a sudden with 15 points. And he makes it a 5-point lead as the Cougars miss a shot from close range. The Lions get the rebound, and Loogootee has a chance to make this a one-possession game. Lewis was riding Van Hoy down the floor, and Talon getting caught with the foul that time. That'll be his third, and that'll be number 1 on the Cougars here in this third quarter with 3:58 to go.
Well, Harrison's got to get some things straightened out there, starting to slide pretty quickly.
Well, Coach Schultz wants to call timeout. So
that's a good timeout.
Ross will try to get things stabilized. 3:58 to go in the third. 36-31, North Harrison leading on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
At First Harrison, the Banking Butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. First Harrison is here to make it easy for local business owners with real estate loans, construction loans, SBA loans, lines of credit, treasury management, and merchant services. You will get competitive rates and fast local decisions. The Banking Butler. It's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
3:58 remaining here in the third quarter. North Harrison calling timeout to try to get things stabilized here as Loogootee has clawed their way back into this contest, down 36-31 here on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It is Van Hoy with it left wing, top of the key to Foster. Foster back to Van Hoy on the left. North Harrison decides to go to his own defense. Van Hoy will wrap it around to Lyon on the right side to Garcia on the wing. Garcia dribbles around, throws it to Foster. Ball gets deflected and a very late whistle
call
on a kick. I think there might have been some foot contact, but it was close, and the official hesitated a lot on that. But the Cougars will go to the bench. Talon Lewis will check out. Garrett Tucker is in for the first time here in the second half. Garrett is 6'3" and a junior. Loogootee with it, down by 5. It's Van Hoy to Garcia, right side volleyball spike line. Garcia back to Van Hoy, left side, back to Garcia again. Van Hoy down to the corner to Lyon. Lyon looking down low for Salmon, nothing there. Kicks it cross court to Garcia. The lefty looking at the shot, decided not to take it. High post pass to Foster, deflected and stolen. Dawson Sen with it. Dribbles into the front court to the top of the arc. Over to Fessel, left wing, down to the corner to Burson. Corey back up to the wing now, gives it out volleyball line to Fessel. To the right side to Dawson Sen. Goes to Tucker down low. He's got one-on-one with Van Hoy. He had to turn around quicker than that. Gets it over to Sen now. Takes it across the key over to Hain on the left side. Back to Tucker on the right. Garrett spins in this time. Gets the shot up. Draws the foul. Garrett should have pounded Cooper Van Hoy when he had the chance at the post.
That was a big mismatch.
He should have turned it down baseline and tried to get a little baby hook or tried a little drop step move there, but the foul was called nevertheless, and Van Hoy will pick it up for Loogootee, his first, team second of the quarter. Have a mismatch like that, you have got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, especially right now, the way things are going.
Tucker's first free throw is good. Hopefully that'll get the Cougars settled down a little bit here as they're back up by 6 at 37-31. Looking to go up by 7, though, with 2:55 to go in the third quarter. On the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, Tucker ready to shoot the second one. He eyes it. He puts it in the air, and Garrett knocks it down. Nice. His first 2 free throws of the day. Came in 10 out of 11 on the season, so he's been great when he's been at the line this year.
Need to get him there more.
Yeah, for sure.
He's shooting well.
Van Hoy with it to the front court to Garcia. Van Hoy got it back, gave it to Lyon in the right corner. Cougars trap him, back out to Van Hoy, around to Garcia, left wing. He'll dribble short corner. Gets trapped, can't get out of there. Goes down to the baseline to Salmon, throws a deflected pass back out to Van Hoy to Garcia. 3 left corner, short, front or side of the rim. Garcia runs down his own rebound. And then Corey Burson's going to be called for a reach-in foul off of that rebound. So Corey will pick up his first, and that'll be the team's second of the quarter on the Cougars with 2:26 to go. 38-31. The score now on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Loogootee looking for the inbound. Van Hoy to Lyon in the left corner from the baseline. Van Hoy gets it to Garcia. Up to Lyon, around to Van Hoy on the right side this time. Van Hoy looking for the skip pass, has it to Lyon. He'll line up the 3 left corner. That one rimmed in and out on him. Rebound tip. Foster back out to Garcia, then to Van Hoy on the wing. And then a turnover as Fessel steals it, throws it ahead to Sen. Dawson lays it up and in right side for his 9th point. That's exactly what the Cougars needed, a run out like that.
Good court vision there.
Loogootee wants to be methodical, but Coach Thompson going to call timeout. 1:52 to go, third quarter. 40-31, North Harrison in front on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on the Cement City Classic Championship on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone, and gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
1:52 to go here in the third quarter. North Harrison is in front of Loogootee by 9 again at 40-31, just where we were at halftime on the margin with 1:52 to go on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It'll be Loogootee basketball out of their own timeout. Coach Thompson, by my count, has 2 full timeouts left, while the Cougars have 2 fulls and a 30 remaining. The Lions, again, have not gone to the bench today. They have stuck to the starting 5 the entire game. Not something we see very often, especially at this point in the season. Foster gets it off the pass from Van Hoy after the inbound. Van Hoy has it back between the circles. Back to Foster. Got open. Lines up the 3. He's on fire. He's made all of his shots here in the third quarter. He's got 10 in the quarter and 18 on the night.
He's been a problem all night. He's not going to go away if they don't get somebody out on him.
Here is
shoot the ball.
Tucker with it in the front court for North Harrison. Has it on the right side of the floor. And it is over to Hain now on the left side. Caden holds it, gives it to Sen, top of the key. Dawson drives it left side, gets into a gap and lays it up and in. That was slippery on Dawson's behalf there.
Nice move.
42-34. His first steps improved a lot since last year. Foster driving, gets inside. Man, a lot of hang time around Burson to lay it off the right side of the glass.
He gets up. He hung in the air and waited till everybody came down and then laid it in.
I think he shocked Corey with how easily he went around him to get that layup too.
Very athletic kid.
Well, the Cougars going to try to hold for the last shot of the quarter, up by 6 with 38 seconds and counting here in this third quarter. And it is Tucker with it on the right side. He's got Seth Salmon on him. Tucker looking to dribble, does. Passes it to Sen at the half-court circle. And now Sen will hold it near midcourt. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Clock running. Down to final 15 seconds on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It is Vessel with it in the left corner. Back out to Caden Hain now. Hain trying to get around Foster. Gets down low and draws a foul with 6.6 seconds to go. Caden did a good job just to get through Foster. Is much more difficult than Foster made it tough on him. He found a way through. Lyon with the foul. His second, team's third of the quarter on Loogootee. Inbound to Burson, top of the key, around to Tucker. Takes it down low, closes up, 15-footer, hits it left side to close out the third quarter.
Nice turnaround.
9 for Garrett Tucker. We'll go to the fourth quarter with North Harrison up 44-36 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone, and gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
44-36. North Harrison up by 8 going into the fourth quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Thank you for listening tonight here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online on WKLO969.com, as well as on WKLO 96.9 on YouTube, and also on your Alexa as well. Loogootee with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Here's a pass to Foster, baseline from Lyon, out to the short corner to Garcia, back out to the wing to Van Hoy to Garcia. 3 left corner, won't go. Salmon somehow pulled the rebound away on the right baseline. Lobs it out to Van Hoy, straightaway 3. Missed that one long, and the rebound to Bryce Fessel underneath. Only the second shot attempt for Van Hoy today. Loogootee down by 8 with 7.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter on the scoreboard here at the Hive. Here's Tucker getting it right block, and as he turned, the pivot foot came loose.
He shuffled.
And that is going to be a turnover for the Cougars. Not what they needed there, but at the same time, North Harrison still in good shape, though. Up by 8, and they sustained Loogoot's run there in that third quarter.
They're going to have to sustain another one or two, I'm sure, the way this team, they don't go away.
Well, that's Loogootee basketball going all the way back to the Jack Butcher days,
that's
too.
That's tradition.
We've known Loogootee for many, many years, one of the most iconic programs in the history of Indiana high school basketball, especially in southwestern Indiana. Garcia with it, dribbling toward the left baseline, back out to the corner, back out to Van Hoy with a pass at the volleyball spike line. Van Hoy holding, dribbles to the left side now, hands it to Will Lyon. Over to Garcia, top of the key, back to Lyon, left wing. Straight away, Garcia to Foster, right wing. A.J. Foster dribbles to the corner, hands it to Van Hoy, pulls up, 15-footer right elbow, missed it left side of the glass, and the rebound falls to Bryce Fessel, innocently enough, on the left side of the basket. Up the floor now, Caden Hain with it for the Cougars. He holds it on the right side of the floor, just below the timeline. 6:22 left here in the fourth quarter. North Harrison is up by 8 at 44-36. Tucker bounces to Hain on the left side from the right side volleyball line. Back to Tucker now on the right wing, one-on-one with Seth Salmon. Tucker looking, dribbles it toward the top of the key, circles it left side, pops it over to Hain. That's a screen for Caden, but Caden does not take it, and now he'll dribble up the sideline a little bit before taking it across the top of the arc. Foster trying to reach in to steal it. Caden holds on, though, goes back left side, turning it around to give it to Sen. Cougars going to set up their offense. Doing a good job being patient. Sen drives it right side, throws it up off the glass, can't get it to go. Rylan Shank, who checked in during the break, thought maybe it had gone off a Loogootee player. Instead, it was Rylan who touched it last, so it will end up staying with the Lions here. Caden Hain, Bryce Fessel, Garrett Tucker, Rylan Shank, and Dawson Sen on the floor right now for the Cougars. Loogootee staying with that starting 5. Van Hoy, Lyon, Foster, Garcia, and Salmon. Lyon dribbling up the left side to the arc. To Foster, mid-range, pulls up. It's inside, missed the 8-footer, and then a foul is going to be called on the rebound. Garrett Tucker went right over Seth Salmon to get that rebound. Salmon had the position on him there, and the foul on Garrett's going to be his first, and that'll be the team's first of the quarter on the Cougars. 5:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Inbound from Van Hoy to Lyon in the right side. Out to the wing to Foster. Foster dribbles it down on Tucker, gets it inside to Salmon, nice, and he lays it in. Cougars overplayed just a little bit. First field goal for Salmon, his 4th point. The lead is down to 6 at 44-38 with 5:12 and counting here in the fourth and final quarter of regulation. Now, Cougars in trouble. Hain trying to get rid of it, but he got bailed out with a timeout just below the right side of the half-court line. 5:04 to go fourth quarter. North Harrison timeout leading 44-38 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball on the Cement City Classic Championship. 96.9 WKLO.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane and Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
Fourth quarter with North Harrison up by 6, 44-38 with 5:04 to go in this championship game of the Cement City Classic here at the Hive in Mitchell. North Harrison trying to hold on here. They've led really since Talon Lewis hit that 3 early in the first quarter, but Loogootee has continued to stay within somewhat of a striking distance. The Cougars going to have to counter with a run here, as Hain gets bumped by Foster at midcourt, and that's going to be a foul on A.J. Foster. That'll be the first foul on Foster today, and that'll be the team's first as well here in the fourth quarter. Nobody in foul trouble for Loogootee. Lyon and Garcia have 2 apiece. That's about it. For the Cougars, Lewis has 3 on that side of the ledger. Austin Sen off the inbound. He'll bring it back across midcourt after catching it in the backcourt on the inbound pass. Each team only has 1 team foul against them. Sen tried to cross over. Ball got knocked away. Vessel picks it up, takes it to the half-court circle, drives it right side, gives it up to Hain. Up top of the key to Shank. Rylan looking for the handoff, decides to go on Garcia one-on-one, turns, forced it up, somehow got it to roll in from 12 feet away, and Rylan Shank's going to the line for an and one. I don't know how it went in, but nevertheless, what a shot from Rylan Shank. That was a hard fought, too, from just being a jump shot. Garcia made it so tough on him as he picks up his third and the team's second for Loogootee.
He was in his face the whole time, and he still got the shot off.
Ryland Shank, there's always a surprise up that kid's sleeve. He's fun to watch, though. Seems like a really good kid, too. Hey, got the free throw to go with it. That's 5, and that's a big basket for North Harrison. They're up 9 now all of a sudden. Got to continue to play defense. Cougars have been playing pretty well considering they've been playing Lagoote's pace most of the game.
Yeah.
Here is Lyon with it on the right wing into the corner now to Foster. Foster dribbling down toward the paint. Gets up over everybody. Man alive. That touch he's got around the rim is just something to watch.
Nice soft touch, and it just rolls off his fingers clean.
His 22nd point of the contest. Hayne gets loose, kicks it to Shank, and he threw it right between the wickets out of bounds in the left corner. Loogootee will get it back down by 7 at 47-40 with 3:57 to go here in the fourth quarter of this championship game. And we've got a whistle substitution. It'll be Corey Burson in for Ryland Shank for North Harrison. And Loogootee with possession, trying to cut this lead down again, as they've been trying to do really the entire second half. Lions with it now as Garcia gets it left side to Lyon. 3. That one rims out back of the rim. Rebound to Van Hoy at the right elbow. Back out to Garcia on the wing to Foster up top. To Garcia, drives it in, throws it up too hard off the glass. The rebound down to Burson on the weak side for North Harrison. Cougars get it across midcourt. Lewis to send. Touch pass to Burson. Shot blocked. Nice recovery there from Seth Salmon. Burson, I don't think Corey saw him coming. Otherwise, he could have thrown the head fake in there, but it'll still be Cougar basketball there.
That was a great pass. He was right.
Tucker
right there.
Into Sen, top of the key from the left baseline. Garrett gets it back on the left wing. Tight defense here for Garcia against Tucker. Garrett got to get it out of there. Does to Lewis below the timeline on the left. Lewis drives it down low, lays it up. Got the roll off the side of the rim. Talon's got 11.
All the way to the bucket.
Nicely done by Lewis. Coming down to 3 minutes to go. Van Hoy, left side, top of the key to Garcia. Christian Garcia backs it out to the spike line. Over to Foster on the right. He'll take it to the half-court circle to set up the offense for Loogootee. Sen on him as Foster drives left, pitches to Van Hoy for a 3. Missed it off the left side of the rim. Sen is there to garner the rebound, competing against Foster to get it. Up the left side goes Dawson, down to the perimeter. Kicks it to Tucker on the right wing. 2:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Around to Lewis. Back to Sen again on the left side. Dawson looking. Can't find anybody. The trap is coming. Sen's got to get out of there. And a foul is going to be whistled on Loogootee. It'll be on Cooper Van Hoy. He'll get tagged with his second personal, team's third. And a timeout is going to be called for Loogootee with 2:32 to go in the fourth quarter. North Harrison up by 9, leading Loogootee 49-40. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship, 96.9 WKLO.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
2:32 to go here in the fourth quarter here at the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell, along with our statistician and analyst Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. North Harrison up by 9. Loogootee calling timeout. They've got 1 left. Dawson Sen, Corey Burson, Talon Lewis, Garrett Tucker, and Bryce Fessel on the floor for the Cougars. Sen inbounding from the left sideline back to Talon Lewis in the backcourt. Loogootee went to the bench. Lucas Helderman in for Cooper Van Hoy for the Lions. Helderman is 5'8" and a junior. Down low. There's Burson, and he lays it in left side for his 5th point.
Nice pass.
Cougars doing a great job playing tic-tac-toe. Foster with it in the front court from Lyon. Drives it left side of the lane. Tough shot, and it went down. Golly.
He is as athletic as they come.
Well, to know something, he hasn't missed a shot in the second half. Here's Lewis driving right side of the paint. Back out to Tucker on the wing. Tucker fake. Oh, nice pass down low to Burson, but he got blocked from behind. Got it back. Burson goes up a second time. Can't get it to go. Helderman comes down with the rebound for Loogootee. Cougars miss out there. 51-42 with 1:48 left. Here's Helderman with it left side. Top of the key to Garcia. Falls down. Fessel. Oh, he was taking the ball away from him, and he gets called for a foul. Unbelievable. I'm sorry. Goodness gracious. No way. Unfortunately, 1:42 left, and that's a key call there on Bryce Fessel. That'll be his second. Oh, my gosh. He was taking the ball away right there. Didn't grab much of anything else. Helderman is out, and back in is Cooper Van Hoy for the Lions. Helderman had 3 points and 2 rebounds in 4 games for Loogootee through the first 8 games of the season. Van Hoy lobs it into Foster. Sen almost took it away from him. That could have been a foul there. Foster, though, doesn't mind. He goes right up and sticks it in for on the 10-foot jumper.
He just went ahead and played through it.
And Dawson traveling with it in the backcourt off the inbound, and with 1:31 to go, Cougars skating on a little bit thinner ice right now.
Getting some dangerous turnovers here.
Foster with 26 points. He had 12 in that third quarter. Obviously, you got to know where he is right now. Garcia got it off the inbound from Lyon at the top of the key. Ball gets knocked away. Fessel steals it, and that's a big turnover that North Harrison causes. Sen with it. Gets it up the floor where Van Hoy reached in, and he is going to be called for the personal this time. That'll be the team's third and the fourth on the Lions, or his third, team's fourth of the quarter, I should say, on Cooper Van Hoy. 1:19 remaining. Cougars up by 7, and Helderman will come back in for Van Hoy. He's been dealing with ankle issues. He got banged up in the Washington game not too long ago, just about 2 weeks ago, actually. So Coach Thompson said we'll play him the whole time if he can handle it. And then a foul in the backcourt off the inbound. Tucker gets grabbed, and Seth Salmon will get called for the personal this time. That'll be his second, and that'll be the team's 5th of the quarter. Loogootee going to have to start fouling, though. They're down 7 with 1:15 to go. Garrett to the free throw line with 9 points in this contest so far. He will try to stretch this lead back to 9 if he can make both of these, but of course it's always one at a time. First one up, that one rims out. Garrett will have one more shot to try to make it an 8-point game. That's the best he can do here. Second free throw about to go up for Tucker. He eyes it. The junior, or sophomore rather, puts it up and knocks it down. I think I called him a junior earlier. Garrett's a sophomore. I apologize. I know better than that. We've seen that North Harrison play how many times this year? 6 foot and a sophomore. Tucker comes out after making the free throw. In for him is Caden Hain. Oh, what a drive, but Burson with the rejection. Lyon driving to the right side of the basket, and he gets his shot blocked as we're coming down to the final minute of the fourth quarter. Fessel, he tried to go to Hain, top of the key, threw it behind him. He was running too fast. Lyon steals it for Loogootee. To Foster. Drives into the short corner, out to Lyon on the wing. Pulls up, drives inside, and a foul going to be called on the floor as Lyon was going to the basket there.
Nice drive.
Gave a great head fake to set up that drive, too.
Yeah.
Foul is going to be called on Dawson Sen of North Harrison. That'll be the second on Dawson, team's third of the quarter. Helderman is out for Loogootee. Van Hoy is back in. Van Hoy, the inbounder from the K of Blue Jackets, right baseline. Out to the corner to Lyon, throws it to Garcia, but went past him. Here's Fessel going the other way. Bryce fakes, lays it up. That might be the capper right there. The layup on the left side. Bryce gets his 4th point of the contest. It's a 10-point lead. And Loogootee going to try to get something here. Van Hoy, corner 3 left side. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound to Salmon. Throws a deflected pass that Sen takes away. And it's up to Burson, then across the timeline to Fessel left side. Bryce will hold it, and the Cougars are going to win a regular season tournament for the first time since 2003. They won a tournament that they hosted on their home court, had to win 2 games in one day on December 27th of 2003, and they will knock off the number 9 team in Class A basketball here in the state of Indiana. The final on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard as the Cougars run out the clock. 54-44, North Harrison, the winner here this evening of the Cement City Classic here inside the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell. North Harrison winning their first regular season tournament in 22 years. And the Cougars, who came in with a 5-game losing streak into this tournament yesterday, have done the job of winning 3 games over the span of 2 days to clinch the title. They're going to be taking a trophy back to Ramsey home with them to go with it. It'll be the first trophy a North Harrison basketball team has won since the 2022 sectional championship team that won that just down Highway 60 in Salem. Back-to-back nights with championship games with Corydon Central and North Harrison. The Panthers won the Perry Spencer Classic last night down at Heritage Hills, beating the host Patriots. And then the Cougars beating a very good Loogootee team in the championship game of the Cement City Classic here in Mitchell. Again, the final on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. North Harrison 54 and Loogootee 44. We'll head to a break here. On the other side, we'll have our Davis Crushstone postgame show, final stats and analysis. We'll also talk with North Harrison head coach Ross Schultz about the victory for the Cougars, getting their 3rd straight win as they improved to 4-5 overall. We'll also update you on the schedule for the Corydon Central girls as they play up in Indianapolis in the Brebeuf Jesuit Classic Championship. Again, North Harrison the winner here tonight in the championship game of the Cement City Classic. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corydon. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corydon, where community and flavor come together.
The North Harrison Cougars have won a regular season tournament for the first time since December 27th of 2003. They hosted their own one-day tournament back then and, of course, had a lot of very good teams. Rick Snodgrass was the head coach last time that happened 22 years ago, and the Cougars are going home with the trophy back to Ramsey tonight as North Harrison is able to knock off the number 9 team in the Class A rankings, the Loogootee Lions. The final score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, the Cougars 54 and the Lions 44. North Harrison comes out of this tournament with 3 straight wins after snapping that 5-game losing streak they had coming into the tournament yesterday. The Lions, meanwhile, fall to 8-3. Their 5-game win streak is snapped with the loss here this evening to North Harrison. The Cougars clinch first place in this tournament, while Loogootee will be the runner-up. 5th place earlier today went to Eastern Pekin. They beat Rock Creek Academy 45-35. As head coach Sean Smith and the Musketeers pick up their first win of the season, they improve to 1-8. Meanwhile, the 3rd place game, a tie game at halftime, got blown open in the second half. West Washington hammered Mitchell in the final 2 quarters as the Senators beat their Patoka Lake Athletic Conference rivals here on their home court in Mitchell 55-32 to clinch 3rd place. And so with that, North Harrison giving the Mid-Southern Conference another tournament champion, joining the Corydon Central Panthers, who won the Perry Spencer Classic title game last night over Heritage Hills down at the Red Gym in Lincoln City. 59-52 was the final score in that game last night. We welcome you to our Davis Crushstone post-game show right here on 96.9 WKLO, here from the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell, where the Cougars defeat Loogootee 54-44 here this evening. North Harrison ends up barely outscoring Loogootee 24-23 in the second half, but a big run in the first half that the Cougars had ended up giving them a double-digit lead, and North Harrison ends up winning this game relatively handily there in the second half. Loogootee did cut it to 5 on 2 or 3 occasions there in the final 2 quarters of play, but to the Cougars' credit, every time Loogootee had a run in them, the Cougars were able to respond, and they responded pretty quickly most of the time, even though they were playing the pace Loogootee wanted to play and the pace that Coach Thompson's team was comfortable with. The Cougars did a fantastic job with that, and Loogootee really played their starting five for the vast majority of the game. Lucas Helderman came in a couple of times there, the 5'8 junior off the bench for Loogootee in the fourth quarter, but really the Lions rode that starting five throughout the course of the contest. And so with that, North Harrison gets the win here today behind a great all-around team effort, a very balanced scoring effort, 2 in double figures for the Cougars. They could not stop A.J. Foster in the second half. He went off for 18 points, including 12 in that third quarter. But A.J. Foster, certainly one of the best players that the Cougars will see as far as his individual athleticism and skill set go. He is going to be a problem for a lot of teams in the Blue Chip Conference and beyond as the Lions get ready for that second half push here down the home stretch. Great job by the Cougars today. We're about to talk to head coach Ross Schultz as soon as he gets out from the locker room, getting done talking to his guys. They should enjoy this one. It'll be a very happy bus ride back to northern Harrison County into Ramsey tonight. And for the Cougars, hopefully a continued confidence boost as they continue to go through the rest of the season. North Harrison does have a little bit of time off after this game as far as playing in games is concerned. The Cougars will not be back in action again until Friday, January the 9th, and that is when they will be taking on the Austin Eagles at home. Next time we'll see the Cougars will be on that Saturday, January the 10th, 1 week from Saturday when they head over to the Pressure Cooker, Charles Meyer Gymnasium on Donna Cheatham Court to take on Scottsburg. So that's the next time we'll have North Harrison basketball here on 96.9 WKLO. Loogootee, meanwhile, returns to conference play this coming Saturday when the Lions will host Vincennes Reveille at Jack Butcher Arena. And then the Lions will play in the Greene County tournament, and that'll start on January 6th when they will play Pleasant View Christian at approximately 7:30. So that's what's coming up for Loogootee. And for the first time ever, North Harrison beats Loogootee on the basketball court. The Lions had a 3-0 record all time against North Harrison. They were able to defeat the Cougars back in the regional, I think in 1986, and then I think in 1988 they met. Loogootee won in the regional semifinals both of those times, and then the Lions won in the regional championship game back in 1990 at the Hatchet House in Washington. So North Harrison had never beaten Loogootee until today, and in the fourth meeting ever between these two teams, the Cougars get their first ever win against one of the most storied programs in the southern half of the state in Loogootee. So great job by the Cougars today, and of course the team very excited about this victory after picking up 2 quality victories yesterday. The Cougars were able to blow out Eastern Pekin 73-46 in the first game of the day yesterday, and then they were also able to get a win in the second game of pool play, barely getting by Mitchell 62-59. And that game was in Pool A yesterday evening as the Cougars came back from 14 down in the third quarter to win that game. And then today got the lead early on the 3-point shot for Talon Lewis. That was the only lead change of the game. No ties to go with that either. Let's start taking a look at the scoring first for Loogootee. A.J. Foster had 26 points today. He is so impressive, has improved quite a bit even since last season. Foster ends up with 8 in the first half. He had 12 points in the third quarter, a pair of trays, and a trio of twos. And then Foster with 3 2-point shots in the fourth quarter. He had 26 to lead Loogootee today. Will Lyon had 8 points. He had 5 in the first half. Well, actually, I need to correct that, don't I? He had 11 points today. Lyon ends up in double figures with 11. He had 3 in the third quarter and 8 in the first half. So Lyon ends up with 11 for Loogootee. Seth Salmon, 2 free throws in the first quarter, a basket in the fourth for a total of 4 points. And Christian Garcia with 1 of 2 free throws in the first quarter and a 2 in the second quarter. He finished with 3 points. Cooper Van Hoy saw time today but did not score. Lucas Helderman came in the fourth quarter, did not score either. Loogootee 10 out of 21 shooting in the second half. For the day, they went 17 out of 41 for 41%. 3-point shooting, 3 out of 10 in the second half. Same in the first half, so they shoot 6 of 20 for 30% on the evening. And then 4 out of 7 at the free throw line. All those free throws in the first half, 57%. Ross Schultz joins us now, North Harrison head coach, as the Cougars are going home with a trophy, first regular season tournament title in 22 years for North Harrison, Ross. So this is a big accomplishment for these guys, and played a great game against a very good opponent today.
Yeah, we did. I'm proud of the boys. I think the start definitely kicked it off for us. We got hot from the three and executed the game plan. We're trying to go low. We knew we had a size advantage on them, and when we get that, we get the kick out, and it looked good. And, of course, they came back, fought back. We knew they would, but I think that early lead was just enough that it was able to hold on there towards the end.
Well, first couple of possessions, I know things were a little rocky there, but then after Garcia got that first free throw, Talon got open for that three, splashed that, and it seemed like that kind of woke everybody up there.
I think it did. It just kind of brought the energy. You're like, okay, here we go. He hit another one. He's going to be hot again all game, so we're ready to go.
You almost treat it like a road game at the same time. It's a neutral site game, of course, for you and Loogootee, but at the same time, you got to remind your guys, we don't necessarily have the crowd we would have at the Cougar Den in Ramsey, so we got to bring our own energy. And once that happened, it seemed like everybody really got into it, and it happened on both ends of the floor, too.
I think you're right. That picked them up, and then, of course, we had our press, and that always brings energy up, too. And we did a good job with it for a while. Then they were just too good. They were beating us on it, so we pulled out of it, but that's a part of that good start, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And great to see Dawson get to the basket there. He had a three-point play early. Caden did a great job. He got some points early on. And I know that's not been Caden's thing this season, but it certainly helped get you guys a little bit of momentum there, too.
For sure. Caden probably didn't have his best game last night with some turnovers, but we never fault his effort. And tonight, man, I don't know if he had one. He was maybe a couple, but, man, he played really hard, really clean basketball. And from our point guard, that's what we got to have. He was great. And you're right, Dawson, I don't know, he's one of the quickest first steps out there, and I don't know if it's deceptive or what, but he gets it and goes, so it works for us.
Yeah, it certainly does. And then you got Garrett going there to start the second quarter. I think you guys were up 13 or something to that effect at one point, and then Loogootee just kind of chipped away at you there through the rest of the quarter, but you still were able to maintain a 9-point lead going into halftime, and considering they made a little bit of a push there, you guys did a good job responding there early on.
Yeah, I was happy with the lead at the half. I thought it could have maybe been a little better, but we'll take that for sure. You're right. We were a little more patient on offense, which was kind of the plan. You know, it's been a long couple of days, 3 games,
Right.
So we weren't wanting to go breakneck speed, and we ran our stuff pretty well. And you're right, Garrett off the bench, boy, he's been a spark here lately. Comes in, not afraid, not cold at all, I guess, because he fires a 3 usually within the first minute or so, and he's been making them. So
Right.
It's been great.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and obviously, A.J. Foster, we talked about him before the game. He is just a tremendous player, definitely one of the best athletic individual players I think you guys will see this season. He just got hot in that third quarter, couldn't miss, but it just seemed like you guys never blinked. They got it down to 5 at one point, and your team had a quick little 4-point burst, had a response for that too.
Yeah, that was huge. I don't know what else to do with him. He was almost unstoppable, and we were throwing everything we had at him. We could have doubled, but he stood good of a player with too good of shooters to do that. But, man, he was almost unstoppable. He's a great player.
Yeah, and Lyon obviously kind of burnt you guys a couple of times getting open when you guys did kind of crash on Foster, so he made you pay there. And then, of course, Van Hoy was capable. Fortunately, he wasn't making anything out there today, but still his ability to pass, in addition to his ability to get to the lane, it makes him so tough to deal with.
Yes, there was definitely a few threes that I thought were going down that didn't for him, and it would have been definitely a different story there at the end. And they were really tough on the glass. We got to do a better job blocking out, but that's credit to them getting those offensive rebounds.
Well, and I was going to say, too, you mentioned Caden not having many turnovers. You guys did a great job taking care of the ball. Had a couple of turnovers there late when things were still not decided at that point. But overall, I thought you guys took good care of the ball considering the trap they threw at you there in the fourth quarter.
I think so. Other than 1 or 2 hiccups, you're right. I was proud of them, and I think a lot of that's we're old now. We're senior guards, and we did a good job with that.
Well, and obviously, too, I mean, you get to the free throw line. Not many opportunities today, but generally guys knock those down. And then fourth quarter, you guys did a great job with your spacing, breaking their pressure, and then getting some high percentage shots on the inside to cap it off.
Yeah, that's what you got to do when they're pressuring like that. You can't fold under it. Go ahead and attack because you're going to have numbers and get the layup, and that'll help you finish off the game, which it did for us.
Well, and Ross, I think this is one of those things, too. You had balanced scoring today, but it was a total team effort. Everybody who got out there contributed in some way, and it's great to see that, especially against a team like Loogootee that's so sound and does things at such a fundamentally sound way as well.
That's right. If you don't bring the togetherness that they've got, then you won't stand a chance. And I thought we were unselfish and played good team defense. We communicated well for the most part. We got some work to do on it, but we'll get there.
Well, that's what's impressive, Ross, is the fact that these guys came in having lost 5 straight. That Orleans game, we talked about how well your guys played that night and how that could carry you guys forward, and it seems like they've done just that. They carried it over into this tournament, won 3 very good games, and against especially 2 teams that have been playing well this season.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's happened to us every year, that tough start to the schedule. We might get South Central, we might lose to them, and then the other one's a big gauntlet, and we haven't got over that hump yet. But this year we responded positively, and I think told the boys it's kind of a growing up weekend. We realized we can do it, and we kept fighting.
Well, and not only was this the first time North Harrison played Loogootee in 35 years since the regional championship in 1990, it's also the first time that a North Harrison team has ever beaten Loogootee, because the only other times the programs had met was in the regional back in the late 80s and then in 1990 as well.
Yep, just before my time, but I've definitely heard on different comments. So we're big on our history at North Harrison, so we're glad to get that win and get a little payback for those guys.
Well, now you go into the new year. Thankfully, got a little bit of time here to kind of rest and reset as you head back into conference play starting next weekend. It's the classic Scott County weekend in that early January window, so you guys have that to look forward to coming out of the break with these 3 wins.
Yeah, it's nice. Don't play again until next Friday, so we'll get back to fundamentals for a little bit, get some rest, and get ready to go. That's a tough weekend, always is.
Austin at home, and then you guys will be at Scottsburg on that Saturday after. We'll see you guys over at the pressure cooker there. But, Ross, congratulations to the team on a great win here today, on a great tournament as well, and looking forward to seeing that trophy in the case down in Ramsey coming up here soon.
Yes, it'll look good there. Thanks for coming, David, and go Cougars.
All right, thanks, Ross. Appreciate it. Ross Schultz joining us here at our Davis Crushstone postgame show as North Harrison gets the victory here this evening over Loogootee by a final score of 54-44. On the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, as North Harrison improves to 4-5 on the season. Loogootee falling to 8-3. The Lions again will be back in action again on Saturday afternoon. They will host Benson's Reveille at Jack Butcher Arena, and then the Cougars with the Scott County weekend. Austin at home and Scottsburg on the road next Friday and Saturday. Let's take a look now at the scoring for North Harrison on this game today. 2 in double figures for the Cougars. Talon Lewis and Dawson Sen each scored 11 points in this one. Lewis had 5 in the second half as part of his 11. Dawson had 4 in the third quarter off a couple of nice shots. One was on a fast break there, so Dawson ends up with 11 to tie Talon Lewis as the leading scorer here this evening for North Harrison. Meantime, Garrett Tucker with 9 points. He had that in the middle 2 quarters. Garrett had 5 in the second, 4 in the third, a pair of free throws and a basket for 2. And then Caden Hain, all 8 of his points in the first half, really did a great job running the offense today for North Harrison, getting better and better as the season goes along, and that's certainly good news for the guys in the blue and white. Corey Burson and Ryland Shank both had 5 points in this game today. Burson had all 5 in the second half, a 3 in the third, and a 2 in the fourth. Ryland Shank with a 2 in the second quarter, a 3-point play in that fourth quarter. And so 5 points for Ryland Shank today. And then Bryce Vessel with a basket in the first quarter, and then he finished it off with that layup, getting out on the run in the fourth quarter. Bryce had 4 today for North Harrison. Nobody else got time on the floor today. Of course, Logan Hune not with the team this weekend, as the Cougars were able to win 3 games without their leading scorer, which makes it all the more impressive for this Cougar team as well. But Logan expected to be back with the team coming up next weekend. As far as shooting today, the Cougars were really good in the second half. They were very deliberate with the way they ran their offense. Loogootee kind of forced that style of play, but nevertheless, the Cougars did a great job shooting 9 out of 13 in the second half and going 21 out of 36 for the day. 58% was the total for the Cougars. Definitely one of their best, if not their best shooting day in the season to this point. 3-point shooting was quite good for North Harrison. They ended up going 2 out of 3 in the third quarter, did not attempt a 3 in the fourth quarter. 6 out of 12 from long range, 50%. Free throw shooting for the Cougars was a little hit and miss today. The Cougars were 2 out of 3 in the first half. They made both of their free throws in the third quarter, went 1 out of 3 in the fourth quarter, as they go 5 out of 8 today for 63%. It was 19-8 North Harrison at the end of the first quarter. They got the lead after Christian Garcia's first free throw when Talon Lewis buried a tray to get them up 3-1. That was the only lead change. There were no ties. The Cougars then lost the second quarter to Loogootee 13-11 as the Lions trimmed that deficit to 30-21 at halftime. It was 15-14 Loogootee in the third quarter as North Harrison was able to hang on to a 44-36 lead. going into the fourth quarter. Loogootee did get the lead down to 5 a couple of times in the second half. And then North Harrison edged by the Lions 10-8 in that fourth quarter to make the final score 54-44 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. We'll take one more break, and then we will return to wrap things up with our Davis Crushstone postgame show here from the Hive in Mitchell. You're listening to coverage of North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship game right here on 96.9 WKLO.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Are you looking for top quality Chris Stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Chris Stone in DePaul. At Davis Chris Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality Chris Stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Chris Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Let's go through the rebounds, turnovers, and assists as we begin to wind things down here on our Davis Crushstone postgame show. North Harrison, the champions of the Cement City Classic here at Mitchell. They win at the Hive tonight over the Loogootee Lions by a final score of 54-44. Before we go any further, we need to pause for a station identification. You're listening to North Harrison Cougars basketball.
Real country, pure country. 96.9 WKLO, Hardensburg, Corydon, Paoli.
Final rebounding totals here this evening. Loogootee with 19, compare that to 18 for North Harrison. The Lions, though, had 9 offensive rebounds in this contest. They did a very nice job on many possessions, getting second chance opportunities. Seth Salmon ends up leading the way with 7 boards here in this contest. He had 3 on the offensive end for Loogootee. Cooper Van Hoy and Christian Garcia, 4 rebounds apiece. Garcia had 4 offensive rebounds to his credit today, and Van Hoy with 1 offensive rebound among his 4 total. A.J. Foster, 2 rebounds for Loogootee. Will Lyon and Lucas Helderman both had 1 rebound apiece, 19 total, 9 on the offensive end for Loogootee. For the North Harrison Cougars, 18 total rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive glass today. Just about everybody who did play got at least 1 rebound today for the Cougars. Corey Burson had 5 to lead the team, 2 of those offensive. 3 rebounds apiece for Bryce Fessel and Dawson Sen. Dawson had 1 offensive rebound to his credit today. Garrett Tucker, 2 rebounds, 1 offensive. Same for Talon Lewis, 2 rebounds with 1 on the offensive end. Rylan Shank was able to grab 2 rebounds today for the Cougars, and Caden Hain had 1 rebound as well. 18 total, 5 on the offensive glass. Not a lot of turnovers for either team today. Loogootee finished with 8 turnovers. Compare that to 7 for the Cougars. The Lions had 6 assists total on 17 made shots. Cooper Van Hoy led the way with 3 in this one. A.J. Foster had 2, and Will Lyon with 1 assist for Loogootee. Meantime, for North Harrison, 21 made shots, 10 assists on those 21 shots made today. Bryce Fessel had 3 to lead the team in that category. Caden Hain and Dawson Sen, 2 apiece. Talon Lewis, Corey Burson, and Rylan Shank all had 1 assist apiece today for North Harrison as the Cougars go on to win 54-44 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard to win the Cement City Classic Championship. The first time the Cougars have won a regular season tournament since the 2003-2004 season when they won their own holiday tournament on their home court on December 27th of that season. Meanwhile, we're going to be on a little bit of a hiatus here on 96.9 WKLO. Our next broadcast will be girls basketball. That'll be a week from Saturday right here on 96.9 WKLO. The North Harrison Lady Cats will head to Lloyd Scott Gymnasium to take on Seymour in a matinee matchup. The Lady Cats got a split in the Orleans tournament Saturday, falling to Edgewood 47-36 before rebounding to pummel Eastern Green 67-19 in the consolation game. The Lady Cats will head to Trinity Lutheran Saturday for a tough matchup against the Lady Cougars before they host Floyd Central in another very difficult contest Tuesday night at home. Seymour has had a tough season with first-year head coach Nathan Owen. Their leader is senior guard Sophie Skidmore. She is the leader in scoring for the Lady Owls and provides good leadership for their team as well. Seymour has been competing in the Donna Cheatham Holiday Tournament at Scottsburg yesterday and today. They lost to Brownstown Central earlier today and were playing in the 7th place game over at Scottsburg. And we'll get a quick update on that for you here as Seymour, let's see, now that was their last game actually. And they beat Scottsburg in the 7th place game 63-44. So Seymour does get their 3rd win of the season with that victory. So we will be there again a week from Saturday at Lloyd Scott Gymnasium. Our Davis Crush Stone pregame show will start around 1:15 next Saturday afternoon. JV at 12 noon with varsity tipping off at 1:30 on the campus of Seymour High School in the city of Seymour. Catch North Harrison and Corydon Central boys and girls basketball throughout the season here on 96.9 WKLO. Listen to us on 96.9 FM or streaming online at WKLO969.com. You can also find us on our YouTube channel, WKLO 96.9, or on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, listen to 96.9 WKLO. We'll also be with the Orleans Bulldogs in tournament play Friday and Saturday on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. The Bulldogs will be in Pool B at the Baird Private Wealth Management Holiday Classic in Huntingburg. The Bulldogs will meet Providence at 2:30 Friday afternoon, then Providence at 6 o'clock that evening. Pregame coverage will begin around 2:15 Friday afternoon on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. As we close up shop for the night, we'd like to thank all of our great sponsors: Harrison County Hospital, Denny's Carpet, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, and Rita's Taco Shop in Corydon, Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany, Bender Lumber, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage in Paoli, and Davis Crush Stone in DePaul. Most of all, thanks to you for listening to our North Harrison Cougars basketball broadcast here this evening. Again, the final score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, it was North Harrison over Loogootee, 54-44. The Cougars win the Cement City Classic to get to 4-5 on the season. Loogootee is now 8-3. We thank you for listening to our broadcast and for listening to our postgame coverage presented by Davis Crush Stone. Located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your crushed stone, lime, and aggregate needs, call Davis Crush Stone at 812-347-2707. For our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton saying have a great night from the Hive on the campus of Mitchell High School here in the city of Mitchell. Happy New Year to everybody coming up on Thursday as well. And this reminder to keep your heads held high, love each other, be a light in your community, and may God bless America. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. You have been listening to coverage of North Harrison Cougars basketball in the Cement City Classic Championship on 96.9 WKLO.
This broadcast on Real Country 96.9 WKLO has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Davis Crush Stone, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Denny's Carpet, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, Prosser Career Education Center. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Real Country 96.9 WKLO, keeping